We're back.
Let's try this again. We got
It's
viewers
working
right now, so
Yeah.
we don't know what went on. What happened the first time? We were like, we have no viewers, and it started giving us some issues. So anyway,
Amanda, Tim, Amanda texts like, "What's going on?" I'm like, I don't know. It's because Rick has such a huge following. He crashed the servers. That's what we've decided.
Yep.
So,
exactly.
got a Facebook user. I don't know where your burger's at.
Sorry, I don't have the link.
Hope you had a good birthday, brother.
It never showed you all. Yeah, it didn't. I was looking, and it was something. But anyway, hope it's working great now. We got viewers, so we're going to jump right into it. We
dropped the hammer.
I told him, please hammer. Don't hurt him.
Yeah, he hurt him.
He doesn't hurt him. So
hurt the StreamYard.
Yeah, me and Andy were talking about it beforehand, but I so wished I could have uploaded some MC Hammer music. But
go Hammer, Hammer, go.
He ain't making any money, so I probably would have got sued.
Yeah, probably so. He ain't doing money to the IRS anyway.
Yes. Yeah. So we got a great show tonight, and as you can tell, all the Hammer jokes we got none other than Mr. Rick Hammer on with us tonight. So I'm gonna go ahead and pull him on.
Let's do it.
Since we're kind of running behind. What's up, brother?
Guys.
What? So yeah, it kind of cut out right there. I don't know why. Anyway.
We're good.
Yeah, we got you. We got you.
You're freezing up just a little bit, but we'll make it work.
Might be that blizzard.
At least you ain't Chris Howe in the back of the van with spotty service like when he came on. What's up, Jackie B? They had so shout out to Dent Nerds. They had a 2.5 hour podcast last night. I looked today, started rewatching. It's like, oh my god, like y'all are troopers. So
I couldn't watch it all.
What's up, Lucas?
Had to go to bed. What's up, Lucas?
Mr. Hammer in the house.
Oh man. Anyway, so yeah, like we start every show, we'll kind of get a quick rundown, maybe at least the first 30 minutes of the show. We always say quick rundown, and we're like 20 minutes in, we're like, crap, we need to get to the
turns into the
meat
show.
And potatoes of this thing. But, yeah, if you want to just kind of give a quick synopsis of how you got into PDR and to where you're at right now.
Yeah. Basically got started or trained late in 2015 and kind of worked my way through. Ended up getting went to an advanced training with John Hiley when he was in Ohio. I think that was like 2016 or something like that, 17 or somewhere in there. And then I actually started this out while I was still working full time for the railroad, and so I worked there for 13 years and went and got trained in the PDR, kind of practice, worked my way through it, and it was kind of basically it was just kind of a side hustle for a while, and then after going to different the different like MTE and the meetups and stuff like that is like you meet more people, you start to fall in love with it more and more. And so I was like, yeah, I got to do this I got to do this full time. So that was my goal, and took a little while, but been pushing full time with my business for just about 2 years now, and pretty excited about that. Got to leave the railroad. And
so what railroad did you work for?
It was actually a short line railroad that hauls iron ore from the mines in northern Minnesota, puts them on the ships and send them out. Yeah. But now they're owned by a Canadian company, Canadian National. Gotcha. I don't really recommend anybody ever working for a railroad. It's terrible.
Especially coal.
Yeah. Coal.
How many hours a day was you putting in at the railroad, and then how many hours did you put in on PDR when you side hustle?
Once I knew I really wanted it, it was our days on the railroad were a minimum of 10 hours. And we could work 12 hours. Sometimes that wasn't necessarily mean we were home in 12 hours and we had to van or whatever back. So it could be longer days, but usually I'd work my 10, 12-hour shift. And then it was my truck was in the parking lot filled with all my tools. As soon as I got done with that, it was wherever I needed to go, and I fixed dents. So basically what I did was I basically worked – I had enough seniority where I could choose to work the midnight shift. So I'd go in at midnight, I'd get done at between 10 and noon every day. And then I'd go push dents till 5 or 6 at night, go home, eat dinner with the family, sleep for a couple hours, and go right back to work.
Wow.
And
Gotcha.
that was my life for 5 years.
How old were you then?
What's that?
How old was you when you was doing all
that? I guess I'd be about 30, 31 when I started doing that.
Still young enough to do it.
Yeah, it was getting to the point though where at the end it was like doing that. We had my baby girl was born 2 years ago, so it was like right at the end when I wanted to leave. I always say she was my blessing, the reason why I actually made it happen.
That's awesome.
But I told my wife, I was like, I'm going to do one or the other. I really want to do the paintless dent thing, but I said, I'm getting too old, and I was just turning into a crabby person, like 2 hours of sleep and a kid and work. Plus the railroad made me crabby anyway.
Yeah.
I'm so Ryan, so like, you make no excuses. You make shit happen.
Got to make this happen. Yeah, exactly, Ryan. That's right. So finally found my way. There was a few hiccups, and I explained some of that in the show with Manny and Ryan. But there was I had a medical situation back in 2018 that I actually like closed up my business for a year.
Oh, wow.
And I thought it was going to be like the end of it for me. So but luckily we got worked through that and eventually got back into it. You know, a lot of the guys like Q, John Vadine, Don Kavanaugh, there's Colby LeBlanc. All those guys would call me like every week, every couple of weeks, and be like, how you doing? What do you need? You know, and it was awesome. Because of those guys, honestly. It's just like, you know what? You're not going to find this anywhere else. Just let's make this happen.
Speaking of Kobe, that's who commented.
Okay.
You work for the Mickey Mouse Railroad.
That is him, yeah. Oh, that makes sense. He was wondering where his burger was earlier. He was working with me earlier this year on some hail, and I introduced him to a peanut butter jelly bacon burger.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, right?
Yeah.
That face right there. That's what his face was, too. And then he ate it. And I swear to God, we had to go there like 3 or 4 times that week because he was craving it.
It's amazing how you don't think they go together, but oh my God.
Dude, see, I don't like peanut butter jelly, so that's already out there.
Sweet, salty. Oh,
I'm a sweet and salty guy.
And that jelly was like a jalapeno, grape jelly or something. It's pretty good. But
Donnie said he loves you.
Love you too, Donnie. I appreciate you, man.
That's great. You had a network like that. Like, I mean, we always brought up the industry and how so many amazing people in it that will step up and reach out to you, help you any chance you get. So,
that's seriously so true. And that's what I tell everybody, whether they're in the industry or people I talk to about the industry. We have something that you will find nowhere else. You know, I mean, we're very lucky, and everybody, I mean, 99.9% of the people that are in this industry are just amazing. You know, everybody's got your back. Everybody's pushing you to be a better you, willing to help you, teach you, you know. I mean, my success and where I'm at today is honestly like, it's because I wanted it, but more or less because I did have those people behind me pushing me.
Yeah, that's awesome. And, you know, we at MTE, they got the detailers too. And I've had detailers come up and, you know, be talking outside or whatever. It's like our industry's not like you guys are tight knit and like we're the exact opposite. It makes you feel like you definitely made the right choice getting in the PDR industry.
Yeah. Yep.
There's somebody got out of the EDR
crazy.
industry that we miss.
Yeah, I mean, it's crazy. You go to MTE every year, you go to all the meetups, you go to whatever's going on anywhere, you meet more people, and it's like, man, I just met like 5 more great, amazing people that I didn't know before, and it just makes, like, every time it gets better and better. It's unbelievable.
That's like us with this 75 hard that we're doing our text group. Like, there's several on here right now. We got Mr. Krug, got Matt Myers. I think there was another one, but Lucas. Yeah, so we're all 75 hard challenge together, and we're just constantly pushing each other every day. We got Bonnie.
And how awesome is that? You know, I mean,
yeah, I need it, because if it was just me doing it, there ain't no way. I'd be like, nah, I'm good. So, Kyle. So,
but I honestly feel that's the truth with, you know, anything in life is you got to have the drive, you got to want to do something, but you can't really accomplish anything on your own. You got to have that group around you to really move forward.
You've got to be willing to put yourself out there too. You know, you can't, you know, you see it on Facebook all the time, but
they're not going to carry you. But
but you see all the negative comments, stuff like that on a lot of these pages and stuff that we're on, and that, and a lot of them people they just have a negative mindset on everything, and they're not reaching out. You know, they're the ones who look at it. Wouldn't matter what industry they're in, they just look at all the negative, which really the negative is only this much, and the positive is this much. You know,
and some of the stuff that they make the negatives out from, it's like, why even choosing to make it negative?
Yeah,
you know? It's positive,
nitpicky as shit.
Yep. I don't know.
Well, Rick,
you just scroll past that.
You got demeanor too. Like, I know I met you 2 MTEs ago, I believe, and like I talked to you, I felt like I'd known you forever. So your demeanor is really awesome, and you just fit right in and stuff. Yeah, Kyle, that's my water. I finished my gallon for the day of my 7500 challenge.
But yeah, I mean, and you know, that is who I am, but I feel like that's pretty much the majority of the people. I mean, to be able to just go into a place, and like the first time that I walked into MTE or a meetup, I might have known one person when I went, and by the end of the show, I felt like I had known everybody there for years. You know, just great conversations, great information, and then too, you know, you walk away from that and you're in contact with these people, you know, some every day, some weekly, monthly, whatever.
Right. And then you got in didn't you get in the Young Guns group with Corey Kleinfeld?
I did. Yep.
I'm sure that's even further.
Oh yeah. Yep. And that was a huge help for me too. You know, there's a lot of great information, again, getting me, pushing me out of my comfort zone to do things like this, you know, that I wasn't used to doing. And so much information just to grow as a business, you know, maybe not necessarily pushing dents, but how to handle insurance, how to handle a customer, how to sell better, how to whatever it was. No, I came out with, I don't know. I feel like no matter if you're starting out, you're in the middle, maybe you're towards the end of the career, I feel like you should be a part of something, because you can always learn so much. You know, there's so many good things out there.
And like we were talking before the show, you know, the being comfortable on screen like this, I've got to give it to Don Cavanaugh, because a couple of years back, you know, talking with him, that's when he was every Tuesday or whatever, he'd do his little live
checking
thing.
In.
Hey.
Yeah. And just talking with him, and he was like, you know, just do stuff like that, because you're trying to just think of your customers trying to just put a face to your company. And the more you're out there like that, when they come by here or whatever, they already feel like they know you.
They know
you. That's like Andy doing all his, you know, him and Amanda doing all the fun stuff. It's just customers how fun of a guy he is, you know, and just it's good.
I wish Drake would leave me alone while I'm trying to fix the damn dents.
I can't believe you're having to fix those dents in the club, man. That was crazy.
I know, right? Hey, you got to do what you got to do, right?
That's right.
Well, another good thing
for
about
a client like that,
right? Another good thing about being in those groups, like the Young Guns group, and now you've graduated to the PDR 20 group with us, is the accountability aspect of it. Like if you're on your own, yeah, you might push
Yeah.
yourself, but you're not going to push yourself as hard as, like-minded people around you and stuff too.
I
So
agree. No, I completely agree. I've always been someone that I feel like I am self-driven enough, but it's, you can easily be like, I'm too tired today for that, or yeah, I'll get it tomorrow. It's easy to do that. So having someone, even, just last week or whatever, when you asked me to come on the show and you're like, I need a picture by the end of the day,
yeah.
probably the worst picture ever. But,
No, it's great.
No, he's
but
in there
I was
going.
it's like,
Yeah.
I'll have a picture for you by the end of the day. I promise. I got home, forgot about it. My wife was there, hand her the phone. I'm like, take a picture of me right now.
Right.
And he called me out on it too. And he's like, did you literally just like stand in your hallway and your wife just took a picture of you? I'm like, that's exactly what happened.
Hey, at least you weren't
I
from
knew I
like a
could tell.
bathroom camera. I mean, bathroom mirror. That would have been horrible.
Toilet in the background.
Yeah.
Yeah, with a turd in it.
Yeah, man.
So I will
But-
said you're his hero.
But yeah, so it's like, I just, being the accountability part, like I didn't want to let him down because I told him I was going to do it. So it does. It's
Yeah, I got it done. Like,
it's a huge part having someone to push you back, keep
Right.
you in line.
well, that's what I like now with the 20 group doing our accountability partners. Like you got somebody constantly on you, vice versa. So you got no excuses. Somebody's gonna be on your ass to get some stuff done.
That's good.
Especially Yeah, and especially there's a few of them in there. Like when you get with them, it's gonna be nonstop. Like they're gonna push you as hard as you can be pushed, and that's a good thing. That's what we need. So
It's probably going to suck at the time, but in the long run, it's always so beneficial because you do always come out on top.
Oh, that's
yeah,
trying to figure out who the Facebook users are. That's Jack.
Oh.
The last one.
he was he had his name up there earlier. I don't know what happened. He must
yeah, I
have
don't
backed out
either.
and came back in.
Yeah. Who knows?
See Mark Hunter's on here. What's up, Mark?
What's up, brother?
But yeah, I was glad to see. I was excited when they, said you were in 20 group. I think it'd be good for you and beneficial for us too. So
yeah, I was excited to be invited into the group. Like I had told Gene and Corey and stuff. We had talked from the Young Guns group, and I was like, I don't know. I'm like, I don't think I have enough experience to be a part of that group. I was like, there's some talent in there, and I was like, I don't think I have anything to offer, but
can't have that mindset.
Talking with them and stuff, it's just and I feel comfortable in there. It is a great group of people, and even from the first meeting that I was a part of on Monday, it was. I mean, I have a notebook just full of notes from. I mean, I already learned a ton.
Absolutely.
So,
yeah, you kind of. Because I was in the same boat as you. I had when we started the 20 group. I was a year in the business and had that imposter syndrome more or less. And
right.
Don Cavanaugh, John Sato, Jack, all these big names. I'm like, what am I doing in here? Like y'all picked the wrong dude. But yeah, you get more comfortable and it comes around. And I mean, we know you got knowledge to offer. So once you get more comfortable, you'll definitely be.
At some point, I will.
Yeah, you'll get there.
Well, I'm trying to soak it up as much as I can because we all joined for a reason,
right?
There's some sort of in our business that we're looking to move forward anyway.
But I feel like that's the 20 group, like I said, the meetings, the MTE, we all go because we're looking to get something out of it, not just tools. Tools are always a good thing, but to go and talk, I feel like I learned something every person I talk to, every
well,
I attend.
You got to think it's one time a year that we all get together.
Right. Yep.
We can, if that's all you go for, that's fine. That's what the majority of us really kind of go for is to see our brothers and sisters in our,
it's enjoyable.
Here. So, how long have you, or I know you've been doing this for 2 years, like Hammer Dent Repair full time.
Yeah. Pushing
are you just
7, but
are you just mobile or are you?
Yeah. So currently I am mobile. my uncle and my cousin have a family body shop, and that's kind of what got me pushed into the PDR. There was a hailstorm years ago where some of the guys came in and came through, and I seen it, and so I was interested in that, and it took a little bit longer to pursue it than, if I would have pursued it at that point, I probably would have been, 15 years into this, but yeah, so I do have that body shop that I can work out of from time to time, like with hail and whatever, but I am mobile, and I service, I'm up to 17 body shops right now that I service, and 3 dealerships. I've kind of weeded out some of the dealerships because the ones that I keep now are pretty much, they'll have me walk the lot and stuff, but they'll send me the bigger stuff too, and they let me price it almost retail in a way. So
awesome. Yeah, you want to keep that around for sure.
Yeah. Yep. Where the other ones, you walk the lot and you tell them this one's $50 or this one's that, and they're like, we're gonna fix this. We're not gonna fix this one. I don't have time for that. So
yeah. Right.
Well,
Kobe, you're good now.
So I'll say the good thing is you do have that body shop and it's family, so there could be a possibility you could always rent a space in there.
Yeah,
that's what I did 2 years ago. Like I rented from my body shop. It worked out for a while, but my spot getting tighter and tighter. I was like, all right.
And that's the only tough part with our shop is the body shop isn't real big. We do have a secondary building, but they have a contract where they're painting a bunch of boats that are being made locally they're like Navy boats and DNR boats. And so this one building got turned into like a huge spray booth for these boats. So my working space has gone down there. But eventually my uncle will probably retire, and there's thoughts where I might join forces with my cousin and take over, and he can keep the body shop going. I do the paintless dent but one of my main goals for sure is to get a shop of some sort in the next year or two established and really build up that retail customer. But I really don't want to let go of my mobile. I like driving around. I have really good relationships with my body shops, and I don't want to let that go, so I know I'm going to have to get a shop and get somebody in there to be there all the time. And so there's a lot to learn there.
Well, that can be down the road. There's there's no rush in it, and you don't have to do it. There's a lot of technicians that
marathon, not a sprint.
Yeah, they just absolutely love the mobile part of it. They don't want to shop.
Kobe said you did a lot of driving.
Oh yeah, he knows.
David Haxton said, "What's up?"
Hey, what's up, Dave? Yeah, that actually reminds me too. Dave and Jack reached out to me Monday before our meeting or whatever, and I got ARC certified. So
congratulations.
Yeah, thank you very much. I'm pretty excited about that. And
did you get the master or the hail?
The master. I gotta figure out there's Cliff too. Yeah,
I'm still trying to get the hail one.
But we don't even have to know who this is. Like it says Facebook user, but we don't. He said congratulations.
Thank you. Yeah, no, I appreciate everybody that helped out with that and pushed me to do it. Forever I just like I don't know, it doesn't matter, and everybody was kind of like, you need to do it. And
yeah, for sure.
Well, I don't know if you listened to the Dent Nerds podcast last night, but Matt Armillo was like, well, I'm the only one that doesn't have a shop. Why would he's not ARC certified? I'm like, you can put it on your vehicle, you could put it if you want to on your shirts, whatever. It's something for the customers to kind of separate you from your other technicians.
Well, I think it was Glywell. He said he explains it to his customers like, hey, this is a group of technicians that are really good, vetting us or whatever to make sure we're good, and there's no hiding anything. So you got to be on your A game to get that. So
yeah. I mean, I guess I didn't even know there was actually a website that existed with all the guys on there. And once I seen that, it's like, well, Yeah, I got to do that.
I'm horrible. I need to go and update my stuff. I ain't messed with it in a while. I'm freaking terrible.
I did several months back. Sometime last year, I think I did. But
Ryan Campbell, if you're watching, Snapchat me in the morning. Remind me to go on ARC and update my stuff. That's my accountability party.
Accountability.
Oh goodness.
So,
but yeah, I do enjoy being mobile. Like I said,
where
other than winter time, it sucks. But
where exactly are you?
Superior, Wisconsin, which nobody knows where the hell that is, but it's like Duluth, Minnesota. Basically, like Lake Superior is my backyard. 2 hours north of John Vadine and Don Kavanaugh, those guys.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's Jack. Yeah, Jack. Me and Ryan's we were Snapchatting before we got accountability part. It's like, oh, this will be easy. It's like just everyday stuff here.
Gronk's Bar is there.
God's country.
That's right.
Gronk's Bar. Gronkowski got a bar up there?
Oh, man. Yeah, Cliff was I think he's a legend. I don't even think I'm allowed in Gronk's Bar anymore without him.
That's awesome.
Him and Dwayne Ellison were up here for quite a while. They were amazing guys to work with, great techs. We became super, super close friends, all three of us, and we worked together, I don't know, it was like 2 or 3 months, and we had a lot of fun, but we spent some nights at Gronk's there, and he was people would have thought he was the owner of the place, I'm pretty sure. It's like, where's Cliff? Why isn't Cliff here? So I don't even go there anymore until he comes back.
That's hilarious. I've never got to meet Dwayne Ellis. I've obviously met Crystal and time again, but I've never met Dwayne.
Dwayne is a great guy, amazing tech too. Like he stays quiet or whatever, but that guy is, me and him became real close friends too. I felt like right away, just a good dude, like anybody else in here. But amazing technician.
I've heard nothing but good about him.
I have too.
I had Fred Delaney down here helping me on my hailstorm 2 years ago, and him and Dwayne are pretty close. And
yeah,
I'm
man.
like, well, if y'all are good friends and me and you are good friends, then I'm sure we'd hit it off.
Especially when they get him on the show.
Yeah, I do think he'd be good on the show. Whether he'd join or not, I'm not sure. But he likes to stay quiet. But he would be a good one. And like I said, he's just full of talent, and he's good humor, and just a good dude altogether. We had a blast.
Straight over to the east. Beautiful
Rob Ivy.
Oh, Trincos, yeah. I go to Ashland quite a bit there, Rob. I was just there on Tuesday.
Because you drive everywhere. How many miles
a
week do you say you drive?
It's different. I'd say in the last 3 days, I've put on over 500 miles.
Holy shit!
Yeah. How? I'm guessing you don't have a lot of technicians right there around you.
No,
so you're kind of the only guy.
Yeah. So in Duluth, there is Phil Martinen. I don't know if you guys know him from Duluth Dent Repair.
I know Phil. He was in the 20 group prior.
Okay, yep. And so he's basically, I consider him my only competition just because he's a very good tech. He's only been doing it a few years and whatever, but we go to have lunch every once in a while. I wish it was more than not, because it's always a good conversation with him. He's got good ideas. He's smart. And like I said, he does great work. So we always try to make sure that we keep on top of our industry in our area, so that, if someone chooses me or him, it's not overpriced and we're not cutting each other. Because really, there's 1 or 2 other techs that are in the area or have been here a while, and we understand those guys.
Yeah, I hate that too. It's like you're just bringing down the industry as a whole when you're doing that undercut and stuff like that. Like, you might be getting a quick dollar, but big picture, you're not doing anything for yourself or anybody else.
Well, it's not just the undercut, and it's the poor quality of work, because
when you don't charge enough, you don't want to fix it right.
Right.
Well,
just the the idea it gives customers of what our industry is. It's like, no, we can fix a dent without cracking the paint and still leaving a dent behind. You know, I mean, there's so many.
Be like the one that Kavanaugh posted the other day. It looked like a puckered up butthole.
Dude, seriously, you know, and that one's actually pretty clean to some of the stuff I've seen from some of these other local guys. I posted one too not too long ago on my Instagram or whatever, where like I originally estimated it and it was too high. They went to the other person and then they came back and asked if I could fix it, and it was like, you know, it looked like a golf ball, but all the paint was shattered. So,
oh my gosh.
That's what you get for $75 in Duluth Superior.
Yeah.
That's what you get for $75 anywhere.
Well, we were talking before the show too, even like we're trying to, it's just hard to educate those customers or potential customers. Like they think body shop's a better repair. Like, no, we're giving you a better repair than a body shop. Like, we might be the same price, but you're overall getting a whole lot better.
Right. I mean, anytime that you know, we all know that you keep your factory paint, you keep your factory panels, it's better, but explaining that to people that really think like getting your panel repainted is the better thing, it's really hard to get people to move forward with that idea and to understand it.
Cliff's taking blame for all the shitty PDR art. We all know better than that.
Yeah. Well, like, you know, just being honest and upfront with customers. Like I had one stop by earlier, was referred to me, and I'm like, I mean, paint was completely gone. I mean, just hammered, and I'm like, man, you know, they had one up here I could fix, like right above it, but you know, I was like, you've got to get this fixed. You might as well just let them do both of them. And we had a great conversation, and he's like, well, I appreciate the honesty. I'm like I tell everybody, bring it to me first, because I'm going to be honest. I'm not just going to be like, oh, I can fix it and all that, and then you still have all this paint damage. It's one thing if it's a chip or two, you know, and it helps. But yeah, it's, you know,
and I feel that's the way it should be presented from our standpoint to a customer. You know, anybody that is having a customer come to them, just be honest with them. You know, if okay, you got paint damage, you got paint crack, we can touch it up. Or if you want it to look flawless, well then, you have to get it painted, kind of a thing. And I am that way with all my customers, because I want them to be happy at the end of the day.
Absolutely.
So, you know, I'll tell them, I can fix the dent and touch it up if you're fine with that. If you're not okay with that, then we have to figure out a different route. And some people still are like, you know, I did a big dent on a Jeep Jeep Doring, I can't even think of the damn name. Grand Cherokee. On the rear door is a big dent, and on the bottom it hit where that fold weld is, and it was probably like 10 inches, I don't know, 12-inch crack. And he's like, I don't want to paint it. He's like, just fix the dent and put some paint or touch or clear on it. And he's like, I'm good. And then other people, like tiny little crack or a little bit of paint, and they're like, nope, I don't want to see it. All right.
Well, that's what I always tell customers. I'll say, hey, I'm in the business of making money, but I'm also in the business of making my customers happy. And if you're filing an insurance claim and you're missing a bunch of paint off your stuff, take it to a body shop and get it painted and everything fixed. So,
well, and that's a nice thing too. You know, the body shops that I work with, they're all good people. They all do really nice work. And, you know, I tell them, I work with these guys day in and day out. I'll refer you to whoever's closest to you, or I'll give you every one of their names, but I can, wherever you're located, I can give you a name of a body shop to use. You know, because
some you might think about, we've got a page on our website that we'll send the customers. It's our preferred body shop. So we just send that to them, and then they can make a selection off of that. Makes it a little easier.
No, that's actually a great idea. You know, that I actually thought about doing, you know, not like a sponsorship or whatever, but kind of that same thing, people who we work with or whatever, you know, so they do know that there's other options if need be. But the biggest thing is, like you said, Brandon, is trying to get those people to come to us first before that. You know, if they can gain our trust where, we can fix it, or nope, sorry, you do need the body shop, and then refer them to a good body shop. the more we do that, I think the more ground we gain with trust. And,
well, like I tell the ones that I do that. I mean, it's not that I can't fix it. It's, you know, I tell them straight up, I would rather you spend the money you're going to spend with me, and then you got to turn around and spend it with a body shop. In this particular case, I'd rather you just take that money and put it full conventional on this.
Yep.
You know, and like Andy said, you know, we would rather have that customer down the road, and they will come back. I mean, just constantly.
Yep, absolutely.
And you know, and if it's something,
oh boy,
where'd he go? And if it's something small, like what was it? Monday morning, I had a guy call. He rode by here. It was just paint transfer. He hit it's a 21 Mustang, black, and he hit the side of the garage backing out, but it just left white transfer. It took about a half-inch spot on the bumper of the paint right on that corner, and took me 5 minutes. Cleaned it off, polished it up. I actually had some black, touched that up. He's like, how much I charge? You know, how much do I owe you? And I'm like, you don't owe me anything.
Yeah.
He's like, what? You know, and so I said, look, just leave me a Google review. I didn't ask for a 5-star. I just said, leave me a Google review. I said, don't say anything about it being free, you know?
Right, yeah.
But he went right on, did that. And I've had 2 of his family members yesterday send in estimate requests. So, and then he called and he's like, hey, I'm trying to send everybody I can your way right now. I'm like,
so
appreciate it.
You did a little something for free, and look at the return on that, you know? And I've done stuff.
Hey, Andy, welcome to the show.
Sound like I don't even know what I don't know what happened.
You just left us like, we pissed him off.
But yeah, I feel like just being truthfully honest with the customer and doing everything you can to help them and push them to where they need to be or whatever will make them happy.
Yeah.
And whether you do something for them or not, as long as you're doing the right thing for them, they'll come back to you. And then they will refer.
And I've got one that I just sent over to DenOps. I'm
dipped like Copenhagen with bees.
That boy ain't right. But you know, it's all 100% PDR. But the edge of right on the edge of the back door, it's got 2 little chips, but they're real fine. You know, it's like almost like a burn. It is going to be written up as full conventional, or at least the front door replace paint, and then the back door repaired, and you know it had to be blend. But we're doing full PDR on it, and you know I told myself, well, you're going through insurance. They're like, we don't want it painted. I mean, it's only got 9,000 miles on this truck, pretty blue, and I said, I'll touch up those spots fine. I mean, it'll look fine. That way you don't have to have this repainted because it really doesn't need it. So they're 100% on board with it.
Those are the best, man. I just wish everybody was cool with that. But if they would realize what the difference is between a little bit of touch up or having to literally tear whole side of a vehicle apart just to paint and blend so it matches, I mean, that's the hardest part to get through to people, you know.
Absolutely.
I think I know what Andy's going to say.
Guess what we did? We did exactly what we talked about we'd do before the show. We talked about PDR for 40 minutes because that's what we love. And we get to talking about it. It's hard to,
it's old, right?
Rick Hammer, who are you outside of the PDR world?
This is it, man.
Dents. That's all I know. Dents and driving.
Don't be that dent guy. Oh, that's all I know are dents. What's outside? No. Literally, you know, like we said, our whole goal with this podcast is getting you out there more personal level, letting people kind of get to know you better. We know just by the comments, got a lot of people that love you and respect you. So
that's cool, man.
You know, are you married? How long you been married? Kids? You know, what y'all like to do? Family? You know, by yourself? Whatever. I mean, hey, it's your.
Do I need to text? Are you a hunter? Because I might have to text Jeremy and AD real quick. Be like, hey,
no, we love we love our hunting. That's for sure. Not too big into fishing or anything like that. I don't have time anyway, but
All right.
but yeah, I am married. I've been married for 4 years, and we dated for several years before that. We just had our daughter, our first kid. She's little over 2 years old now, so that's a lot of fun.
They're so fun at that age.
Oh, dude, it's like you can have the worst day at work, and I come home and, the stuff she's learning or stuff she says or expressions on her face. And it's just like, it doesn't even matter what the hell, could have lost $5,000 today or something. And, it's like, it's over, as soon as you see her face, and she just wants to.
Just wait until she's a teenager. And then
God.
Not even then. 10 years old. 10 years old.
I'm just picturing and hoping she stays the daddy girl she is, because like right now it's excellent, and hopefully, fingers crossed, she'll maybe want to be the next generation of this business. And I think it's pretty cool that there's more and more women getting into this industry too, and they're killing it. They're doing great work, and just, again, great people. They fit right in, and so I'm hoping that she wants to do it if she wants to. But yeah, other than that, summertime is about the only thing I like to do anything, because winter sucks.
Yeah.
It's usually we get snow, you can go snowmobiling or ice fishing, but it's too damn cold. But summertime, I like to go golf or try to golf.
Same.
We have a big pontoon, and we like to spend the weekends on the water if the weather permits. That's kind of I grew up camping and basically on the water, so it's like every summer my dad would take like 2 months off of work, and we would just we lived at the campground, and we'd boat, and that was my life, and I love that, so someday I'd like to do that with my daughter as well, introduce it to her or whatever, and maybe get a cabin or something like that. But right now it's just, we can take the boat. We have a ton of lakes around here, and we just enjoy the sunshine.
Go ahead and get her that little Barbie pole and put that nut on that line, and let her start casting in the backyard right now.
Oh, she'll love that.
Till it goes through the window.
Man, yeah, I'm gonna have to bite my tongue when that happens.
I guess you go ice fishing with Jack. He's got the nice shack and everything.
That'd be fun. I haven't been ice fishing in, I don't know, probably 5 or 6 years. I used to go with a buddy of mine that was obsessed with it, and we used to go all the time. But he moved away, and I don't really have any of the gear, because I never really cared about it that much. It was more or less just to hang out with him,
Right. That's what Jack and Vadney went out not too long ago ice fishing. It was hilarious. Their Snapchats, like, he was in bed. It was my birthday, actually. Vadney, Jack's like, "Happy birthday!" And Vadney's like, "Whose birthday is it?" They partied hard.
Oh man, well, that's all ice fishing.
Right, Ice Palace. So you ain't lying.
Yeah.
He says he's got
you
tons
catch a fish, and it's a surprise, because most of the time you're just drinking beer and BSing and.
Well, he's got the whole video system. He can see it.
Yeah, he's watching.
It's like playing PlayStation in the ice.
I told him, I was like, that's frustrating to me, because you see the fish right at your lure and they're not biting. I'm like, come on, you son of a bitch! Like that would drive me nuts.
Oh yeah, doesn't matter what kind of technology there is. I can't catch a fish, and my patience level on that goes down real fast. It's like, if I put the boat in the water and the line's in the water, you got 5 minutes, or I'm done.
Oh yeah, I've never had patience for fishing. It's an apartment with a smoker and a flat tire. Yeah, he smokes meat out there, dude. He's smoking food. I'm like, stop! You making me like,
I know. He was sending me snaps of that queso he was making. I was like, dude, stop, because I had to get the recipe after the 75 challenge, but it looked damn good.
He caught some big fish this year too. Like that last time he went out ice fishing, he had some huge ones. Holy crap!
Oh,
he said he's going again this weekend.
Huh.
Yeah.
Oh man, to only be Jack. Like, yeah, what am I gonna do? I'm gonna go ice fishing. I'm gonna go to Anson. I'm gonna go to every meet up there.
Yeah, right. Him and Vidine make it to everything.
Yeah, I hooked
Jealous.
Jack up with the queso. He's like, "Hey, how do you make your queso?" I was like, "I throw a bunch of shit in it and smoke it." He's like, "All right, good enough." I want to go back to this. Thomas said you're going to be as a 2024. He put 23, but he meant 24 Dental Olympic partner. Y'all going to tag team together?
All right, man.
There you go.
There it is. It's
all right.
Everybody's seen it, I guess.
It's
still happening on the Ginger Bros.
Next year. It's full entertainment. You gotta dress up.
All right, Thomas. We'll be in touch, man. We got some big shoes to fill out there.
Thomas is awesome. I really thought he won that beginners competition. Because I didn't get to see everybody's dance, but I seen his. I was like, man. And then he didn't win. I was like, wow, whoever won had to be like glass. Like,
yeah. No, I met Thomas for the first time this year at MTE, and me and him were just like most people. We were BSing for quite a while, and very, very good dude, and man, he had a lot of information for me too. I'm kind of dumb when it comes to the techie stuff and social media stuff, and he definitely enlightened me on some stuff and gave me quite a bit of information there. But
he's doing
good
awesome,
tech, good dude, and
he's going to go far. He's going to go.
Yeah,
far.
absolutely,
yeah, absolutely.
And I seen Q was on here too. Your homie Q, y'all. Yeah, he up here earlier. Let me find him.
I don't know. I don't know if he's home. He was going on. There he is. What's up, bro?
You guys are inseparable at MTE. Like every time I see you, I see him. That's awesome.
Holding hands the whole time. He's been a huge part of my my career and the success of it too. He's just always been behind me, and I have to give him props because he's always helped me out. He helped me out with a couple small hailstorms when I first kind of got started, and that was overwhelming for me. He came up and helped me, show me how to write some stuff. Same thing when I got sick. He was behind me there, calling, asking, how you doing? I told him, I'm like, yeah, I think I'm done. And he's like, nope, you're not. He's like, we got this. What do you need? And
that's so awesome.
Yeah, he's a super, super good dude. Amazing tech.
He's the goods.
He is. Yeah. But all my boys down there in the cities there, Q and Lucas is down there, and John, Don. There's probably some more guys I'm forgetting, but great group of dudes down there.
I guess we got to tell Dwayne we're from Golf Digest, and he might come on the show.
Dude, me, like Cliff, Dwayne, and I, we get done early some days, or even late. We just go to the golf course and hit the twilight round like all the time, and Dwayne was like just smoking us, we're like, where'd this come from? All of a sudden he's like Tiger Woods all of a sudden. We're like,
you're like Charles Barkley.
Yeah, we're finding like 30 balls every hole because we're in the woods left and right, and he's like waiting up at the green for us, like, let's go, it's getting dark.
You tee off with a Titleist and you end up with a Nike.
Yeah, pink one.
Yeah,
that's how.
Yeah. No, that was my ball. Y'all don't remember?
I swear to God, I teed off with this.
Yeah,
in the same color, dude.
We went Sunday. That's kind of how it was. We went Sunday. I made 8 holes without losing the ball. Then I lost like 30 the next 3 holes. I was like, how the hell? Like, what happened?
Oh man,
that was a record.
It was kind of a joke, but at the same time, I don't know if it ever worked out or brought any business. But I had a flight of balls or a case or whatever you call that made with the logo and my number and stuff, because I was like, I'm gonna go lose these things and someone's gonna find them, right?
Yeah.
And I lost all of them in 18 holes.
What you do is you just go in the parking lot and just scatter them on the ground.
Oh,
so
right.
If somebody goes and gets in their car, oh man, there's a golf ball. Oh, cool.
Oh, yeah.
Or the
rain.
rain.
They start looking all around.
Just so you know, I found this golf ball next to the dent in my car, so now you get to fix it for free.
Yeah. Now just hit them on the range, and then when they suck them up, bring them back out. Everybody's like picking up, like, oh shit.
Oh yeah.
Dent Wizard, they used to give so I did Ding Shield, things for the dealerships for Dent Wizard, and they give me a little sleeve of balls or whatever, and then things would go immediately in the woods as soon as I started playing.
Yeah. It's like there's a magnet, it just draws it into the woods.
Right. Lose all the balls, Jack said. Yeah, Jack's fun to watch. Jack's learning. He's been getting some training and stuff on it. So, what do you usually shoot?
A few lessons, but
what's about an average score for you,
dude? I actually so
you keep score.
You keep score?
Yeah.
I hit a 19 on that one hole.
Not that I want to, but it's actually kind of funny. So a good buddy of mine lives down the road from me, and he has a really nice simulator in his garage. And so this winter we created a winter league, and it's 2-player teams and stuff. And you can pick, like, the tour has courses all over the world, like Scotland, and I don't know. We played this one course that I played last night. Dude, it was ridiculous. Like, by the end of it, my ball was in the ocean or on the beach, like, every time. And I think I was like plus 26 at the end of 18 holes or something. It was just, I'm like, whatever, I don't even care. But it was pretty pathetic. Yeah,
not bad. I shot a 107 Sunday, so you're good. You're going.
Oh man, But honestly, whether I'm doing that or actually golfing and during the summer and stuff, it's it's enjoyable. It's like I don't.
This is at least 1.5, 2 beers a hole.
2 beers a hole. That's true.
Keep it score at least.
Yeah.
Hey, so
I don't know what we ran out of first, beer or golf balls, but
yeah,
our hunter's here. So you said you do hunt, right?
Yeah.
Right, what all do you hunt?
Yeah.
Basically, right now, all I hunt is the white-tailed, and then in the fall is small game and stuff like that. But awesome. That all depends. Last year with the hail, there was no time for that, and
sure.
Yeah, and then our winter started a little late too. It was pretty warm for rifle season this year, so I said forget it, because you take one down and and it's 60, 70 degrees out. You got a lot of work to do real quick, and not for that.
Right.
I'd rather go to the grocery store and buy a nice steak. And yeah, I'm not that diehard.
Welcome to Alabama hunting.
Yeah, for real.
60 to 70. That's probably a cold day.
Brandon's out there hunting in swim trunks and a tank top. Like, what the hell? Like,
the
camouflage tank top.
The only buck I shot this year, when I put him up on the skinning rack, right there on his chest was about 20, 25 ticks.
Oh man!
But they hadn't like fully dug in. Like when I skinned it, I'm like, good grief! It was just one of them warm spells. So.
Yeah, dude, those things are nasty. Get a little moisture and get warm out, and those things are like.
Last year I shot buck. I shot. It was 80 degrees.
Oh, dude,
I was ready to just go back to the camp. I was sweating my butt off, and then he was thirsty, and he come from the other property going to a water hole. I was like, you just made a mistake. I don't care if you're a spike. I don't care if you're the biggest daggum deer. I'm shooting your butt.
Yep. That's hilarious.
But anyway.
Yeah, but you were sweating after that one, though.
Oh, I had loaded. He was about 200 pounds. I had to load him up by myself. Yeah.
Dressed?
Yeah.
Really?
No, not dressed. No.
Oh.
No. We don't field dress them. We take them back, camp, hang that sucker up, skin it, all the guts off later, and dump them on the side of the dirt road somewhere, wherever you can find. No
kidding. Yeah.
My granddad, when I'd go hunt with him, he'd bring the tractor down and pick it up with the bucket, and we field dressing and stuff. That's back in the day when I hunted years and years ago.
Reed's first one, he was 3. We shot it at the buddy's property, like out here by where we live. It was a little spike. Of course, I butted the gun up against me, but he was sitting there and he looked through the scope, pulled the trigger, and got him a little spike. And so I had to bring it back home. I was like, how am I going to skin this? I have no skinning rack. I have nothing. So I had an A-frame ladder, a piece of 2-inch or 1.5-inch PVC that I cut, shoved it through those legs, and then hung that sucker up in that A-frame. It worked, you know.
You're creative as shit. I'll give you that.
I mean, you got to be when it's warm out. You
ain't
got much time.
You got to make it happen.
Yeah.
I usually start dropping it off on the side of the road. You
think you're
done in time?
You think your daughter, you get her out hunting when she gets a little older?
Oh yeah, I mean that's how I got into it. You know, my dad got us started young, and it was usually almost too young. You know, like I'd go with my cousin, and we'd go off with our dads, but the whole time we'd be sitting there, you know, making noise and eating sunflower seeds.
Oh
and
yeah.
They never shot anything when we were with, but it was the whole point of bringing us with, and
well, it's about getting away and just
seriously
having a good time and just being out in the woods, and you know.
It was me and my granddad. I'll never forget them times, even though I didn't like it then because he wake me up at like 3:00 in the morning.
Yeah, worst thing ever.
yeah, we go to the cabin.
You got to get out there before
I'd sleep.
You know,
he'd wake me up. Hey, there's a deer. Bam! All right, I'm going back to sleep.
Yeah,
I don't know what Ryan's actually tried the air compressor trick while skinning a deer. I don't know.
So you can poke a hole like in the skin right there, and you just put the end of a air nozzle, and it's supposed to
just
blow it loose from the meat. I've never tried it.
Really?
Yeah.
How's it work, Ryan? I'm curious now.
How big of an air compressor you need for that?
All of it.
Let's see what I got.
I'm gonna get one of those industrial ones. I just want it to blow the skin right off.
You come out covered like a tarred and feathered.
Just put a little stick of dynamite in it.
I think I shoved it up the wrong end.
Yeah.
It's like the first time I ever went dove hunting. My dad, I sat by myself. He gave me his 12 gauge, and he's like, all right, you're on your own over here. All right, I was probably 13. And finally, I hit one. I mean, I shot just about a whole box of shells. I finally hit one. The sucker hit the ground. It was flopping around. I ran up to it, and I boom! I'm like, where'd the bird go?
Where'd the bird go? The bird is not the word.
There's nothing but a little bit of feathers left.
He said, "Where's best where you get it?" You see some dumbass sticking it up their butthole, come out covered in shit. Wrong hole.
Oh man, yeah, it'd be messy.
Oh Lord.
Yeah, you did, Jeff. What the hell? Like, you know what's up? You missed all the show. We got 2 minutes left. Not really.
No, it's I've thought about that, but at the camp up there, we just have like a little pancake compressor. I ain't trying that.
Yeah.
It doesn't take me long to skin a deer. So
yeah.
No. I usually try to pawn it off on somebody else anyway. That's because
I'm usually the one that gets pawned off on.
No, I'm sure. Yeah, I've had to do too many of those, so now I try to pawn them off. But it's like, everybody starts pointing the finger at someone else, and finally it's like it just comes back to me anyway. It's like, all right, let's get this
just might
done.
as well do it to save an argument.
I told my son after this year, it's the last one I'm skinning for you.
Got to figure it
out.
Like,
well, that's the last time I'm going hunting, Dad.
Yeah,
all done. If he don't want to shoot another, hey, that's money I'll save. So
right.
Yeah, and it's just me, my buddy, and my son. That's all. So my buddy, I don't think he knows how to clean one, so he doesn't shoot them.
Oh, really?
I mean, he grew up hunting with me since we were 5 years old and stuff. But I don't.
So he doesn't go hunting without you then?
He really doesn't.
He might go sit in the woods without him, but
he's up there and. Well, I thought about shooting this when I saw it. Why'd you shoot it? Oh, I'll just let it go. No.
Did you get to see Rob Ivy's?
Oh, dude, that was
split
gross.
wide open.
That was bad. I felt so bad for him. He tried hopping up on the trailer to help out, and he slipped right away. And I mean,
he He's been
scunned himself right to the bone. You know, just flapping there.
He's been smiling ever since.
Yeah, he's still
dude, he had that smiley face drawn on there. That was great.
Yeah,
I give
keep
him credit.
juggling
He
to
was
get
a champ
tattoo
for
of
that,
it.
but I'm like, damn, that is gonna need some. I think he said it took staples or something. I don't even think they used stitches.
He had a rough couple of days. Like started out, he got there, they lost his luggage, and he had a CPAP machine in his luggage.
Yeah.
So he couldn't go to sleep till like 2:00 in the morning when the luggage finally got there. Then he slips and cuts his knee wide open. It's like, damn, right.
There's nothing worse than having to go to the hospital, like when you're in an area you're not from, or
absolutely,
especially when you're trying to have fun.
And I thought he'd been done. Heck no, he was right back at it.
Yeah,
he's all in, just cheesing the whole time, loving life.
Yeah,
that's a really good dude. I do too.
Yeah,
we're at the hour mark, so
yeah,
that was good.
I'm curious, real quick. What's up with the bull behind you? Is you got like a country western room in there?
That guy right there.
Yeah,
that's what Rick looks like without his hair. I mean, without his hat on.
Yeah, without my hat on, that hair just kind of comes down. I do not have anywhere near that much hair.
Same girl, same.
Yeah. I can't remember. My wife found that somewhere, but we live on 40 acres or whatever out in the farm country, and she wants a cow, and so we found that on whatever that. What's that store online called that has everything?
Pinterest or something, or
Amazon
along those.
Something like that.
Huh?
I said Amazon.
One of those, yeah. Whatever. But I don't know. It does have a name. I can't remember what it's called, but that's her cow. So
I want a cow too. I want a cow in my freezer to eat on for a while.
Yeah. Well, that's the thing. She's not for that. So if I get a cow, it's going to be a pet, and then that's as close as we're getting then. So I'm not feeding an animal that isn't going to do anything for me. So
it's crazy. You got 40
acres.
It'll
feed you one day.
Yeah.
Well, when the wife's not around, maybe.
I don't know what happened to it and why we got all this meat.
Yeah, the wolves got it. I don't know, man.
Yeah. But we just happen to have a full freezer. I don't know that.
How's that steak tonight, baby? Oh, it's good. That's
I
Betty.
love it. Everybody's trying to figure out which store you got it from. We got Craigslist, Wayfair, IKEA.
Yeah, it was Wayfair. Wayfair.
There you go. I think it was Jack.
So our real quick, our neighbor does actually his property butts up right next to our house, and he does have a pet cow, and his name is Lyle, and that's what got my wife wanting a cow. But I'm like, Lyle hangs out right there every morning, so you can go say hi to Lyle, and he
go pet his ass
and white bread. So
that's hilarious.
Yeah, man,
that's awesome.
30-year-old cow.
Oh wow.
Grief.
Yeah, you wouldn't want to eat that steak.
No. That'd be some tough stuff right
it's
there.
Not Wagyu.
No, it's way bad.
Yeah, it's way bad. I like that.
Oh Lord. Well, yeah, dude, we appreciate you coming on, man.
Absolutely.
No, thank you guys for inviting me on, and this was a lot of fun. And like I said, it's always just a blast being a part of anything like this or in person, the meetups. It's, I hope to see you guys soon and meet some more people too.
Absolutely.
So,
definitely.
But yeah, thank you very much, fellas.
Yes, sir. Thank you. And Josh, we do. You come to Tennessee anytime you want, buddy. We'll be here.
Yeah, I'm sure Andy he may do another meetup Christmas.
Yeah,
time.
we're doing the Thanksgiving one again, or the one around Thanksgiving again for the toy drive. So
I'm gonna put that one on the list, man.
Do it. We had a great time. Yeah,
it was
a blast. Especially all the fools that went to Nashville and party hard. Everybody showed up, hung over to the meetup. I'm like, you're supposed to do that tonight. Like, what are we doing? Anyway,
it was a lot of fun. But yeah, we appreciate everybody that was watching the whole time. We had a lot of viewers and
a lot of viewers, a lot of comments,
and
awesome.
Yeah, that's what it's about, man. So again. Who are we having on next week?
We ain't even talked about it.
We got a whole list. So hey,
there's a lot of guys.
Yeah, if y'all are listening, if you get a call from us or a text. Be ready to come on. Yeah. Don't be like Mark Hunter and not say, "Oh, you gonna come on."
Right.
We're gonna get him on at some point, but
Oh yeah, absolutely. Maybe we get Johnny Krug or one of our 75 hard brethren in here, or sister.
There you go.
Yeah. Thomas Potter, we got to get him too.
Yeah, Thomas. Man, we got.
He's
so
on.
many
He's
people.
on the list. So
just when you think you're like running out of people, it's like there's such a big list of people we need to have on.
Andy finally started making a notebook list or whatever on iPhone, sent it to me. We just keep adding to it. And I'm like, we're gonna have the whole year, not even full, not even scheduled out. Just have a whole list. Keep adding more.
And I'm trying to stay a week ahead, but I failed this week. So,
well, it's been one of them months.
You guys will be all right.
Oh yeah, we'll figure it out.
Yeah.
Well, Rick, hang out in the back room when we shut her down. We'll talk to you for a few minutes before we leave.
Yep.
Right on.
All right, guys. Appreciate y'all watching again, comments, and I will try to get caught up getting these things loaded on Apple Podcast here.
Yeah, we need that too.
Next day or so. I started downloading them today, and I haven't uploaded them. So tomorrow I'll get it all caught up and get all the way through Rick's. So you can listen to Rick's on Apple Podcasts. So anyway, appreciate y'all. Love y'all. We'll see you next week.
Bye, everybody.
See you guys.